Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Untrapping Product Teams. I have a question for you. Does Scrum trap developers? Reflect for a minute. Recently, I have seen many developers just complaining about Scrum. Things like this.
Shit, I have this bullshit refinement meeting and I don't have time for code. This is always distracting me. I need to go to this retrospective. And you know what I get for that? Nothing. We go there, we complain, we give flowers to each other, and then nothing happens. Next minute we're complaining about the same thing. Why do we do that in the first place? Many meetings, don't have time to do my work.
And this is what happens. Developers are frustrated. Last year, I read this article. Scrum is dead, all hail, Kanban is the new king. Written by a developer, got the viral effect on Medium, reached hundreds of thousands of people. And why is that? Is Scrum that bad? Is Kanban that better? I wonder what happens. And this is what we are going to talk about in this video. So let's start like this. Is Scrum really bad for software development? I would say depends, and it's everything in life. I would say, is a car dangerous? For someone in the street, depends who is driving the car, right? If you know how to drive the car, then you can get from A to B successfully. But if you don't know how to drive the car, I bet you're gonna crash it and it will be a nightmare. So this is what happens with Scrum. Let's understand the anti-patterns here. Refinement sessions. Developers, I don't wanna go there. Why? Because they perceive as a waste of time. They go there and product owners pressure them to get an estimate, to get a commitment of a solution that is predefined. And the developer, as a creative person, won't have any accountability towards the solution because someone else called the shot and the developer has to implement. Like if he's working on a factory, just doing something, but he's not accountable for the solution. He's not being responsible for that. And worse than that, many refinements have items that will not be implemented in the foreseeable future. Product owners sometimes have an extensive product backlog, and then developers talk about something that they don't see when they are going to act upon it. And yet, they have to deliver on the sprint goal, which most often is about delivering all features by the end of the sprint, instead of reaching a goal. And then we come to the retrospective. The retrospective, many teams become powerless because they make something ultra big and then they don't see how to act. They complain, so for example, external dependencies are killing their way of working, and yet they don't take actions. And sprint by sprint they complain about the same stuff and they cannot change that because they feel weak and powerless. So why would they go to a sprint retrospective if it doesn't help them become a better team? And when they say, I don't want to go to the retrospective because I have yet a lot of work to do. And this is something weird, right? Do they have a lot of work to do or they should have a goal to achieve? Because as far as I remember, there's a sprint goal. So the retrospective is by the end of the sprint. So why do you still have things open? Some developers tell me, this stupid cycle of 2 weeks gets in the way of software development. Is it? It depends how you slice the cake. Because if you slice correctly, you can deliver a little bit every time and then get to the end user and test the results. But that's not what happened most of the place. Because, you know, everything is predefined. Developers are just following a plan. And then in this case, I would agree. Scrum would trap developers and they would feel frustrated, disappointed, because they are unable to bring their best. And why does that happen? This is the second part. Remember I said about the car example? I have never seen a team succeeding without a great leader. And I know Scrum has no hierarchy. No one is on top of each other. So what am I talking about here? But there's a clear leadership. The product owner is the one coming up with the things to achieve, where to go. But many times a product owner is kind of a requirement engineer or a backlog owner coming in with clear output, predefined. And, you know, without solid product management skills, the team will just fail. The team will get nowhere. And why does that happen? Because companies misunderstand completely what a product owner is. And most of the times, someone unable to fill the role gets the position and yet has to lead the team. And how can someone lead the team without a solid product management background? Well, that's what happens because companies perceive Scrum as a process, and you have someone who will need to take the roles. Someone will be a product owner, someone Scrum Master, and a set of people, developers. But they miss a point. Scrum is incomplete by design. You will never be able to succeed with Scrum solely by doing Scrum. You need to do something beyond that. So that's why many people claim to do Kanban. I don't want to do this stupid framework because it gets in the way. Yeah, because people don't know how to do it. And then with a weak product owner filling this role, what do you get? You get a lot of solutions to implement, a lot of pressure, and you don't get anything that is required to succeed with Scrum. Inspect and adapt. We embrace the unknown. And there's something like Scrum is very beautiful because it helps you use exactly what you are aware of to discover what is unclear to you. But once you accept your ignorance and you embrace the unknown, you can succeed. But most product owners, they're not really product owners. They want to have a plan and force the team to follow a plan. And then these events from Scrum will not be working sessions. Refinements will not be working sessions where the developers can bring their creativity. The energy will be down because they will be there just to feel a very specific part and then won't be funny at all. So, answering the question, does Scrum trap developers? It depends who is driving the team. And I would say a right implementation of Scrum will actually empower the team instead of trapping them. It depends who is making the decision. Product owner should point where to go, not how to get there. He or she will define what is important to achieve, and then developers will figure out how to get there. And this is fun because it will trigger creativity, and developers will be able to bring their best to the party. Without that, yeah, Scrum will get in the way, will trap developers, and what you can expect, there will be a high turnover. Developers will stay in the team for 1.5 years, and then they will quit because they say Scrum is bad. They will go to a place where they have Kanban. But the truth is, they have never experienced the real Scrum, and what they are complaining is about the bad implementation of Scrum. So don't let the bad implementation of Scrum fool yourself, associating that the framework is bad. Step back and reflect. What are we missing? What are we doing wrong? And then find how to do it right, and you can surprise yourself. I hope this video helped you understand what a bad Scrum is and a good one is. If you enjoyed, hit the like button and subscribe. Thanks for watching.